Hey, Bobby Darin fans, it's me, Sam Tallarico. On this May 18th, 2023, I can't believe that my vacation is just about over. I've spent the last 2 nights at this wonderful guest house, met some incredible people, had some great experiences, and we're also at the end of our weekly series, Daily Dose of Darin. Today, I want to bring to you a song that you may not be familiar with if you've never heard the album Inside Out. It was released in the month of May, the year 1967, recorded on Atlantic Records. Inside Out was pretty much in the same vein as Bobby Darin's previous LP, If I Were a Carpenter, which featured, guess what? If I Were a Carpenter. There's Tim Hardin songs on this album as well as some John Sebastian tunes. Randy Newman's I Think It's Gonna Rain Today is on there, and a couple that were penned by Bobby Darin himself. And it's one of those that I want to spotlight today because I think if you've never heard it, it's definitely should be in your playlist, let's say. And if you have heard it, I want to share some insights with you that may make you hear the song in a different novel way, give you something to think about, which is, I think, what my biological father, Bobby Darin, would have wanted. The song I Am, I think, has three themes running through it. The most prevalent one is that he, Bobby, the narrator, is asserting that he is a man of contradictions. I'm a captain without an ocean. I'm a lover without an emotion. I'm a monk free of devotion. As we all are. We may believe we are one thing, but in reality, aren't we all just a kind of a different ball of ball of confusion, maybe, to borrow a Temptations lyric? Just something. That's the theme that runs through it. The second theme that runs through the song I Am is that he is asserting that he is a human being to the degree that he's not infallible. He's not perfect. He does have faults. The line, "Forgive me while I kiss away this thought that's in my head." What could that thought be? Is it some of his sexual leanings? It's no secret. I'm not telling tales out of school that Bobby Darin did love the ladies and left concrete proof of that on more than a couple occasions. But he goes on to say, whatever this thought in his head that he wants to kiss away, it's the only proof I have that this old man ain't dead. Take for a second, consider the line that this old man, meaning himself, ain't dead. Bobby Darin was what, in 1967, 31 years old? He was already thinking of himself as an old man? Well, if you're not already aware, Bobby Darin got wind that he would probably die at a very young age. And so was already, just imagine, thinking of himself as an old man when he's only in his 30s. This being 1967, he would go on to live another 6 years, but I'm sure that always hung over his head. And the third theme that runs through this song, I Am, is that he, perhaps because of the fact that he knew that he would probably die at a very young, early age, was going to cram as much life as possible into the brief time that he had. And let's face it, relatively speaking, we all only have a very brief time on this earth. His shorter than most of us. So I'm thinking that, and I say that from the lines at the very beginning. In fact, the very opening line made me, the first time I heard it, I had to do a double take because I thought it meant something else. The line being, I have left the seed of life from Southampton to Singapore. He could maybe add Detroit, that he left the seed of life in Detroit. Is that what he was talking about? Or was he just saying, hey, I've encountered some incredible experiences all the way from Southampton to Singapore, from Maine to Mexico, whatever. Just something to think about. The seed of life. what we know has happened as a result of his leaving the seat of life around. I don't know. Am I just projecting here because that's what I want to hear? That's the beauty of poetry, and I do believe that I Am is poetry. It makes you think. The melody is gorgeous. It's sung very subdued. I do hope that you listen to the song and, of course, enjoy it. I would love to hear your comments down below. And I've really enjoyed bringing you this series. I may do more if people want to hear it. I've talked to at least one other person about doing this show with me. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully you enjoy it. So enjoy your daily dose of Darin, and we'll see you again. Thanks.